How is it going, YouTube? So it is another day back on the turtles again today, but this one is a little bit different. This is about the coins, or the medal collection is what they called these. These aren't overly hard to come by. They crop up a lot, I think. These are actually some spares that I have. They're not my kind of nice ones. I do have a really nice set that were mine from when I was a kid. But I picked these up, I'm going to say probably sort of within the last sort of 2 years, for literally like pennies. They're not in the best of shape, to be fair, but I thought I'd kind of do you a little video just to kind of show these ones off. I haven't got the other ones out of, the nicer ones out of storage yet, but I thought these might be quite nice just to show. These ones will be going, so I'll be trying to find a home for these. If there's anybody out there, especially some of my friends over the pond, if anyone is looking for any of these, do message me, because I can probably send them over if anyone wants them. But like I say, these aren't in the best of shape. But back in the UK, obviously you can tell it's UK because it's got Hero Turtles. If you haven't seen any of my previous videos on why that was the case, then obviously do go check those out. But yeah, we had this sort of coin / medal collection, which as a kid I absolutely loved collecting. I used to get the coins. I can't remember how you actually got the coins, to be honest. I can't remember if you bought them from the supermarket or picked them up, or I cannot remember for the life of me where they actually were. I'm sure a Google search would resolve that, but I do remember getting them when I was a kid, and just being really chuffed every time I got one, and really excited and happy when I did actually manage to finally complete the medal collection. Now this one obviously is on a harder sort of, it's on like a sort of cardboard, just a plain white back to it, so there's nothing exciting on the rear, and it's basically just got 2 holes at the top here, where you could put some pins to hang it and display it. At some point it'd probably be kind of cool to maybe frame it and get it in a proper frame, but not this one, sadly. This one is showing a fair few faults. The coins aren't in the best of shape. You can see there's some rusting to the coins, and they've started to lose their sort of coating, so they're a little bit not overly great. But the artwork on the medal collection was just awesome. I just loved it. This one really is more about the vehicles than it is about the characters. So on this one, I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute. So on this one, look, we've got the cheapskate, which again I've done a video on the toy of that. We've got the 4 brothers in terms of coins, but we haven't really got many others. I think there's just Krang on this one that kind of made the spot. But we've got the Sewer Dragster, we've got a Mauser, and then we've done the cheapskate, haven't we? So we've got Raphael, we've got the Robot Cop, which I kind of feels a little bit random, to be fair. Out of all the things that you could have had on here, why the Robot Cop? Do you know what I mean? Why not like one of the other characters? Yeah, very strange choice, but still cool nonetheless. Leonardo, we got the blimp, which is obviously the bottom of the blimp flying off. We've got the turtle copter. We've got Donatello. We've got the Technodrome, and you can really see some of the rusting on that. It's not overly great. Like I say, this will be one that will get moved on. And then you can see Krang. But they're just really cool coins. I really like them, and I think the artwork is just really cool. So that was kind of that's the bigger one, the harder one to kind of display, I guess. These ones are a little bit nicer because you can actually kind of fold them up and you can put them on a shelf, or you could have them displayed if you really wanted to. These ones basically, let me just flip this other one round. On the back here, look, you can actually see you've got a little bit more info. So you've got sort of little images of each character with like a little sort of subtitle for it. So Donatello, the brilliant scientist, Raphael, the crazy type and moody with it too, and then we've got Splinter, we've got the Wagon, we've got Rocksteady, Bebop, General Trag, April, Casey Jones, Krang, who I think that image just looks a bit odd of him. He looks like he's sort of got ladies' legs. Does anyone else think that? Like ladies' legs with ladies' pants and red shoes on. Never really thought about it as much of a kid, but definitely as an adult looking at it, it does look slightly odd, I think. Foot Soldier and Shredder, and then we've got the Blimp. So if I flip that one over, this one here is pretty much empty, but you can see there's quite heavy sort of rusting in there. I think a lot of that probably would brush out and would clean up. And you've got a really cool sort of bit of artwork on the inside of the flap there. Pretty cool. But yeah, like I say, these are not hard to get hold of. I've also got some spare coins here as well that will go with that one. This one here is actually complete. But again, some of these are popping out. But again, the coins aren't in overly great shape. Really, they're, like I say, for the cost of them, there are better ones out there. But yeah, so let's just go through these quickly. You can see the slightly different coins as well. So we've got Leonardo, Michelangelo, we've got Raphael, we've got Donatello, Splinter, April. It's kind of cool. We got the Blimp. This is actually, excuse me, the full Blimp this time rather than the bottom of it ejecting. We've got the Party Wagon. Awesome, that one. We've got Krang. We've got Shredder. We've got Rocksteady. We've got Bebop. General Trag. Foot Soldier. And then Casey Jones. So that one very, very much more about the characters rather than the vehicles. Only obviously 2 vehicles. Whereas the other one is kind of the reverse. It's pretty much mainly vehicles and then with a couple of the characters. But that is it. That is the coin collection. So do you guys remember this? Did you guys across the pond, so if you weren't in the UK, if you were anywhere else in the world, did you have this? Did you have a Ninja Turtles version of this? And did you collect it? I'd really, really love to hear. If there is anybody that's looking for these, do let me know, because these ones will be going. Like I say, I'm not going to be looking for an awful lot for them. And it may be that I actually just send them out to someone who's supporting the channel. But do let me know, and yeah, I'd love to hear from you. And until next time, I will see you tomorrow for another video.